Hey everybody, I'm Brian with Fort Knox Company, and I'm going to show you how to solve and eliminate that noise coming from your vent somewhere in your house on those windy days. Now I know we've all been there where you have those windy days where the wind's blowing and you hear that banging and clacking going around somewhere in your house. Well, it's coming from one of your vents, and that's either from your bathrooms or most likely from your kitchen area, wherever your oven is or microwave. There's a little vent that goes outside and it allows the air to flow out, and it has a little backdraft flap on it. And unfortunately, those flaps are really thin metal and it's banging around on the screen, and it's metal on metal. And that's what's actually creating that noise. So I'm gonna show you what I did to actually help eliminate that, or at least drastically reduce it for you. And it's a very simple fix, very cheap, only takes a couple minutes. So the first thing you wanna do is you wanna go outside and locate where your vent hood is. And it's gonna be usually right outside the wall near your oven or your microwave or something. So go around the outside of your apartment, house, and go try to find out where that vent is coming out. Usually is a little angular hood right there on the outside of the wall. It's pretty easy to locate. Once you find that, you can see where this problem is that little metal flap. So look inside that metal flap and you'll see there's probably nothing, or if anything, a little piece of cheap foam. So I found this vinyl foam. It's 3/4 inches wide and 3/16 thick. It has a 3-year warranty. It is like super sticky stuff. I measured, it's about 9.5 inches to get the full length of that flap. That is the goal here, is to get the foam as high up on the flap as we can, so that while it's sitting, it's actually sitting on foam at the very top, and that's gonna give it a little bit of squish and like spring. And then we're also gonna put a little piece of this foam at the very top, kind of like a reverse, just to kind of create a wedge so that there's pressure down and pressure up, and it's basically constantly resting against some type of foam or soft pressure, and that will give us that little light spring. But this is also thick enough to make sure that when that flap hits, it's not hitting any type of metal. So we're gonna put this around all 3 edges and a couple pieces at the top on the outside of it. I'll show you what it looks like as it's installed. But first we need to clean that metal to make sure that it sticks very well. So looking at the vent here, we're going to clean everything up here in these corners, because we're gonna put some foam up there in the corner, and then we're gonna clean the underside edge in here with paper towel and some alcohol wipes, just to make sure that that glue on the back of that adhesive strip sticks very well and we'll get the longest use out of it. So we're gonna clean these areas and then we'll be able to apply the tape. And luckily we did hit it with this towel and then this little alcohol wipe, just because it did remove some of these oils and greases. This is the kind of stuff that will make that tape fail really quick. So if we're gonna give this the best shot, definitely I recommend this. You can obviously buy these for really cheap at any convenience store. Again, links for everything will be in the description. So now we have the tape installed. You can see we got the tape on this side. I just haven't peeled the backing off. We ran some tape along the top right here to give it some pressure to lay up against. We have the tape along the other side. This is the original foam that was there. It's really a lot smaller, less beefy. Obviously didn't stick very well either because it just peeled right off. But this foam here, foam at the top, foam on the other side, and you can see at the top right here, we put some of this just to kind of give it a little bit of pressure. So there's foam on the inside here so that it's pushing against. You can see now there's no metal contact. And so anytime this thing, even if it slams, it's not going to be hitting any metal. This tape up here is going to kind of keep a little bit of pressure on it so that this isn't rattling inside the metal as much. I might even put another piece right here just because I got so much of it. But this stuff does stick very well, and I can already tell right now we're going to get a lot less metal on metal connection, and that's what's really making that noise. You do need these here for safety, for ventilation in the house, so you can't eliminate them. Really poor design, and I haven't really seen very many other aftermarket options, so it's not so much as upgrading this to a better vent. This is just a really poor design, and a lot of the better ones, or the more expensive ones, they have like maybe some springs or something that kind of help keep that downward pressure, but it does need to be light enough so that when you have the vent on or any type of air pressure inside coming through, that this will still open up and allow the air to come out and have that exhaust. So it is a safety thing, but this will help eliminate that metal on metal contact, and it will drastically reduce the noise. So I hope that was helpful for you guys and it solves your problem. It made a very big difference here at our house, and I'm gonna keep my eye out for any more aftermarket options, or maybe if it's worth even taking out that exhaust hood and putting in a new one or a more upgraded one, but I can't find one yet. I'll put links for everything in the description there in case you guys want that foam or anything. And yeah, you know, should solve the problem for you, or at least really, really improve it. So if you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. Let me know that you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, put them in there. I reply to all the comments here on the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.